So just coming out of the OECD and Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights joint event at COP25, I can share with you, my name is Dante Pesce, member of the UN Working Group on Business and Human Rights. Some key takeaways is that climate change and environmental impacts affect disproportionately people that are the most vulnerable around the world. And for that sake, we had a conversation and a keynote on the High Commissioner talking about climate justice and just transition into a carbon-free or low-carbon economy. So that was, let's say, the basis of our conversation. But then we actually move into a conversation about policy coherence and leading by example, and what do we need to put in place to actually accelerate the path where we are right now, taking into account the side effects of the transition, leaving no one behind, and basically who's going to bear the cost of this transition that we all agree that it has to be made. We also elaborated and discussed about the existence of standards, the OECD due diligence guidelines, because that provides, let's say, a how to identify impacts by business and to in a more 360 degrees and not in silos. And we have some discussion about the silos and how negative that is for the sake of reaching scale and speed. Then governments have a big role to play by doing that, setting the tone and providing the right means to make that happen. And then before going into the private sector, there's also a big role for governments as economic actors. We discussed on public procurement, state-owned enterprises, and everything around export credits, development financial institutions, where governments can actually show their commitment and show their political will in practice. And you don't have to go very far to actually start doing and start implementing with much more ambitious vision and in order to make this happen properly.